What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. It is going down. Please like, comment, subscribe, child. Let's get into it. Let's talk about season 6, episode 5. OMG on when it comes to her baby father, Fabo. Now we hear Fabo got 3 kids. He got 2 16-year-old boys, and he got a child, with the girl from Milwaukee, and that's the girl he want to be with. Fabo wants to be with the girl from Milwaukee, and he was talking in his confessionals when Shay and Fabo had their scenes. Fabo is basically saying, for 14 months, he's been telling Shay he wanted to go back to Milwaukee, but he stayed. He said he didn't even want to be on the show. So whoever that woman is in Milwaukee, that's where he want to be. And that's probably where he going to be at. And he's basically saying Shay's problem is Shay's situation, and she jealous of the girl in Milwaukee. And basically, when Fabo was in his confessionals, he said that he was with the girl in Milwaukee, and then he stepped out on her and he got with Shay, and then Shay got pregnant and he had to do what he had to do. So it almost seems like he wanted the girl in Milwaukee, and basically Shay was the side piece. This is a whole crazy situation, because didn't Shay say that she been with this man for 20 years, 18 years, blase the third? Well, he's been in love with a woman in Milwaukee, and he said he's been with her for 6 years. So this is a whole situation. And then she don't know nothing about Fabo. Fabo got kids out here in these streets. She said she recently just found out he got 2 16-year-olds. And she said he's on 4. So he got 4 ladies putting him on child support. Okay? 4 ladies. Like, what is really going on in this whole situation? This is really sad for Shay, because Shay really wanted a family. Shay really wanted to be with this man. Shay was basically, giving it all to him, putting him on TV, doing everything. Girl, you knew he was going to embarrass you. You knew the truth was going to come out. Why do you do it to yourself? Did you think, lacing him up, giving him a good place to stay, a good place to eat, and all that other good stuff, and putting him on TV, getting him some fame, and leveling him up a little bit was going to get him to just forget about Milwaukee? No, he hasn't. And then on top of that, he is very disrespectful, because he's just online talking to girls all day when he should be out there working, paying that child support. So who is paying his child support if he got 4 women got him on child support? And Shay was like, I didn't put him on child support because, she got that money. She just made $1 million last year, okay, or this year, whatever the case may be. So, and Fable's out here saying that, when it comes to Shay, she's out here losing her mind when it comes to Milwaukee, that every time he say he gonna leave, he gonna go somewhere, she's like, you going to Milwaukee? You going to Milwaukee? You gonna go see that girl from Milwaukee? And so Shay is basically in competition with that particular woman, because that's the particular woman that he loves, even though he gonna still dog her out like he done dog Shay out. But that's the woman he wanna be with. But I guess, he got some love for Shay, and a little bit, something for her, that, okay, I'm gonna stick around. You got my baby. I'm gonna help you with this money. And Shay got her vitamin business going, and she's doing good and everything. But child, this is a whole mess, and this is a whole situation. Like, I feel so bad for Shay, because it's just like Shay just can't get right. It's just like, after you found out that he was with that woman in Milwaukee and got a whole family and all of the other good stuff, it was time to say goodbye. Then it was time to say goodbye when he disrespected your mama and your brother. It was time to say goodbye when he wasn't working, when he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do to get on his feet and take care of his business and provide for his family. It was time to go then. But Shay wanted to hold on to that dream. She wanted to hold on to that fantasy. Now this man is on national TV in your house, in your home, loving hip hop, VH1, aka MTV, basically saying, I want to be in Milwaukee. That's why I need to go. Shay jealous of Milwaukee. Like, Lord have mercy. This is a whole mess. And then when it comes to Fabo, he was asked, is that Tesla you driving, or the Tesla that Shay's driving that you gave her for her birthday, or whatever the case may be, is it in your ex from Milwaukee's name? And he goes, you trying to get me hurt? And he didn't say no. He didn't say anything about that whole situation. So therefore, you already know that it is. And the girl in Milwaukee, she got good credit, child. This man said on TV, and he disrespected Shay. Lord have mercy. And Shay talking about she been wanting him to go for 8 months. She been wanting him to get on and get. If you wanted him to go, girl, he'd have been gone. And plus, he wanted to go anyway. But I don't. You was holding that man hostage. Okay, he was up there probably eating crabs, lobsters, eating jola rice, eating some. He was eating some oxtail. He was eating some Jamaican food. You was probably ordering food day in and day out for that man. He was living it up in the AC, air conditioned, just chilling in Miami and nice condos. He wouldn't even help you move. Well, he did, but it was like he helped you move with flip-flops on. Like, that's a whole crazy situation. So one day I hope Shay does find love. I hope she finds a good situation. I hope she finds a good man. I hope she can just basically get to know a person and be around that person, and then you can find out whether he got a woman here, a woman there. Time will tell everything. But once you rush in it and want to say my man, you end up finding out he's everybody's man. So poor Shay. One thing for sure is Shay should have just let that man go. Once she found out that he was cheating and he had a whole family and a whole situation, she should have just let him go. Whatever the case may be, whether they co-parents, they do whatever it is, because there's no reason to invite that man into your life, invite that man into your home, especially if you don't trust him. Because, you know, Fabo was saying every time he wanted to leave, every time he want to go somewhere, you thinking he's going to go see his ex. And so right there, it created insecurity in you, Shay, which that insecurity should not be in you from the guy that you love and the guy that you want to be with and the guy that you want to marry. You know what I mean? It's a whole terrible situation. And if you couldn't forgive him and if you couldn't trust him, you shouldn't have been with him, point blank, period. And when he's out here talking to these girls on the phone, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. He didn't show you anything to make you forgive him. You say that he's a manipulator and things of that nature. What did he manipulate? You know what I mean? He said, I'm not going to cheat on you again, and you believed him when his track record says something else, and then you find out that he got 2 boys, and then on top of that, you still driving around in that Tesla, and then on top of that, he's not doing the things that he needs to do to provide for his family. You say he's supposed to get a job, he's supposed to be working, you say he ain't taking care of his daughter, you say he ain't doing nothing with the daughter, like he's not a good father. You saying all that about him. So why did you stay with him so long? Was you with him so long? What was going on in your mind? Why did you feel insecure? Why did you feel like you didn't deserve better? Why did you feel like this was the only man that you can get? You was better being by yourself and basically meeting somebody on a natural somewhere else when you can possibly, you know, have something real. So it's just a whole crazy situation when it comes to Shay, because Shay just basically let this man come in her life and wreak havoc and make her feel bad. But she allowed this. She allowed all this stuff. She allowed this man. And then on top of that, you know, she was still messing with the man. I don't know if she's still with the man. She probably still going to be with the man. They both said that they're done in the situation. They both said that they finished, they through, and whatever the case may be. But she's like, he can go be with this one, he can go be with that one, you can go be with somebody else, you can go be with this one, you can go be with that one. It's not like you're not a woman that a guy would not want to be with. You know, you got to tone it down on your yelling and your screaming and your anger and that emotion that you have. Like, maybe, I don't think that you act like that all the time, but you just be ready to go from a 0 to 100. And if you meet somebody new and somebody that got it going on, he ain't gonna want somebody from a 0 to 100. You know, you got to meet somebody at the bare minimum. Like, meet him at 5, meet him at 7. But it's like Shay gave her power to this man. She gave him the power over her, like he was better than her when he's not. And it's just the lack of it. It's just the lack of love she had for herself, and she's insecure. And we can see how beautiful you are and everything else, but you just so insecure. Oh, he's gonna go be with this one, he's gonna go be with that one. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And that takes away from your focusing on loving you, focusing on loving your baby, focusing on your business, focusing on just having a happy, you know, life. When you just boggled down with that stress of, is this man doing this to me? When you have to think like that, when you feel like that, that's when you should leave. Nobody should make you feel less than. Nobody should make you feel like you're not good enough. And you should not feel that way either, because you should have enough trust and enough respect and enough love for yourself that, you know what, I'm a catch too. I can be with this one, that one. But Shay did say she gonna find a new baby daddy for her daughter. But Fabo did say that he don't think that he's gonna be able to see his daughter anymore. Okay, so Shay, don't keep him away from his child. But if you said he's a deadbeat and he hasn't taken care of his two 16-year-old kids, and he got another kid and another kid that he ain't taking care of, chances are he ain't trying to be around. But he seemed like he wanted to be in his daughter's life. But looks are deceiving, child.